Hey guys, welcome to Sailing Samantas. Remember those bulkheads that we were templating a couple of weeks ago? This week we get them fitted into the boat. Hello guys, it's Sunday afternoon. Back over at the marina. I didn't happen to look to see how cold it is over here, but it was like minus 11 degrees last night at my house. Might have been a little warmer here, but it's still definitely cold. So I'm over here to fit bulkhead templates today and take away the trash that I made last week cleaning up. We're back inside. So I'm just going to give you a quick recap from what happened last week. And then we'll get going. I'm going to do another time-lapse video. And you can watch the process. It's a little... I really cleaned up last week. And I mean really cleaned up. And I don't know if you can see down in that hole. But that's drops down into where the keel is. That's the beginning of the bilge. That was even full of debris from the deconstruction process here. If you can see that or not, I got a couple of icicles hanging inside here. They're dripping because I've been running the salamander for heat. So I had cleaned up. That's my only trash bag left. I had a couple here I took out. Took all the trim pieces and parts home so that I've got some cold weather work. Sanding and refinishing on all the trim. That'd be like this here. I brought all this woodwork home from the bulkheads back here that I took apart. Then I brought these templates in. These are quartered. They're 4 pieces per template. 2 bottoms, 2 tops. I'm gonna fit these today. Those 2 bulkheads, and hopefully by the end of the day I can show you pictures of those bulkheads standing in their place. I probably won't get into it today. This stuff here on top, that's the CDX pine plywood that I purchased to build these cabin top sides out of. I don't think I'm going to get there. It is cold and it's a short day today. It's already late. So my goal is to get these 2 guys fitted and in place for you to look at. And then I just need some warm weather over here so I can continue. I will be probably working on the stuff I brought home if the weather is not cooperative. Recovering some mattresses. I don't have to recover the mattresses from the V-berth. I just have to wash the cushions and the covers. That's why I'm going to probably wash those V-berth mattresses first, because if I'm over here, I'm going to need a place to sleep while I keep an eye on stuff. So I'm going to show you the method I've found for doing that. I'm probably going to be over here spending a night. When I get above 40 degrees, I'm going to have to get these guys in and then keep the heat running here for at least overnight to be able to give them time to cure properly. And then I also have all these other cushions. It's a pretty cool process I found for washing the cushions and washing the covers. The covers are easy. They just go in a washing machine and maybe dry, maybe just hang them to dry. But the trick for the cushions is pretty cool, and I can't wait to show it to you. But sorry for the side trip. This is what we're up to today. Can't wait to get these things fit.
It's time for a change. I'm tired of that same old words, the same old lines, the same old tricks, and the same old rhymes. It's days, precious days. They roll in and out like waves. I got boards to bend, and I got planks to nail, I got charts to make, and I got seas to sail. I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands. It'll be a fair curve from a noble plan. Let the chips fall where they will, 'cause I've got boats to build. Now sails are just like wings, and the wind make them sing songs of life, songs of hope, songs to keep your dreams afloat. I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands. It'll be a fair curve from a noble plan. Let the chips fall where they will, 'cause I've got boats to build. Now shores, distant shores, there's where I'm headed for. Got the stars to guide my way, sailing to the light of day. I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands. It'll be a fair curve from a noble plan. Let the chips fall where they will, 'cause I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands. It'll be a fair curve from a noble plan. Let the chips fall where they will, 'cause I've got boats to build.
Well, that took a lot longer than I expected. It's starting to get dark out, but I just wanted to show you quickly what I got done today. I got the templates in. Pretty excited about that. There's still some minor adjustments that I need to do, and I'll show you how I plan on doing that. If you watch the Boatworkstoday channel, a lot of the information I get comes from him. He's very good, and a lot of insight. That channel, also Saillife, Refitting, Athena. That's another one that I get a lot from. Super helpful channel to watch. So a lot of stuff you see me do might come from those two channels, because that's, there's others, but those are my go-to channels. That was a lot of work. You can see there's a little gap next to that port light. That's because there's a 1/2 inch of plywood going into the cabin top sides here that runs into that slot. This piece actually goes in before I can actually put these bulkheads in. There is that little piece in the back. See that hole? This panel is 4 feet wide, and that's not quite enough to fill in that corner. So there's going to be I'm going to template that, of course, that little corner. But when I put those two pieces together on the actual panel, I'm going to scarf those at a fairly steep angle, at least 1 in 5, and epoxy those together. And it'll all be covered under the tabbing as well. But they'll be tied in, and everything will be tabbed together with the hull and the cabin top. So that'll take care of that. You can see there's a gap right there. That's the way the panel I took out was. Not sure why that's there. So I might fill that hole in if I have to. I will dig it out again later. You can see there was no tabbing in that location. Something probably runs through there that I'm forgetting about. I'll have to go back through my videos and find out what that was. Where the stringers run through, I'm going to tighten those up a little bit. I'm also going to tighten it up a little bit against the hull all the way around. Anywhere where there's a little more gap than I would like, I want to be able to squeeze that stuff in, that thickened epoxy. And a hole like that right there isn't going to allow for that. So I'll adjust that stringer over a little bit. I'll get it fitted the way I would like. And the trick for that, actually just recently learned this watching a Boatworkstoday video. Hot glue and little pieces of scrap wood, and slide them up against the deck or the cabin top or the hull, wherever you are. Slide it in there, glue it down so it touches. And just little ones all the way around, anywhere you need to adjust. Works great. Definitely check out his video. And then you pull it out with all those little pieces of wood, giving you the edge shape. So anywhere I didn't get it perfect, that'll be taken care of. You can see down below that stringer, well, maybe you can see it. There's a gap there I don't like. So I'll do that there as well. Back here real quick. So you may not be able to see it. There we go. Yeah, you can. That cut out there, I didn't cut it completely out. That's the door that goes into the V-berth. I think I'm kind of stuck with having that there. I don't see a lot of room for adjustment. I would like to, maybe get a little creative with the design here. This is exactly what was originally here. I'm not extremely excited about it, and I'd love any ideas about how I might be able to improve this area. But I don't have any at the moment. So same thing on this front template. A little gappy in spots, a little loose around. Well, that stringer is not too bad. That stringer is pretty loose. Definitely some room for snugging this one up a little tighter. And it's held down from the cabin top a little bit. So hot glue, little strips, I'll fill that in. This is the chain plate. As I talked about before, that chain plate is moving outboard. It's not going to be there anymore. It's going to be on the outside of the hull. That'll pull the load off the cabin top and put it directly into the hull. It should make it a little bit stronger. I still have to retain this top portion of the bulkhead though, because it's still tied into that. It still needs all that structure. So I'm not able to just eliminate that. And then there's this little guy in the back. It's still hanging here. So anyway, that's what happened today. I would love any remodel suggestions you might have. How to do something a little creative, a little different, so it doesn't look exactly like every other Columbia 10.7 out there. but it's coming along. And one last thing, another side note, this space under the starboard settee, originally batteries were here on the right hand side. I want to move them back underneath the cockpit and get them right out of here. I'm leaning toward maybe turning that whole area into a fridge freezer. I'd like to know what you think. It's pretty big. It's like probably long, more than 6 feet long. I mean, it's a bed. You can lay down in there. And if I do that, I've got the one in the kitchen. I don't know if I should leave it there. Maybe I should do that as all refrigerator. Right now it's fridge freezer. And do a portion of this as just freezer. I can always pull it out and put it in the fridge. But let me know. I want to be able to do real long ocean crossings. I want to be able to store a ton of stuff, and I want to be able to have fresh meat and frozen vegetables and everything you could possibly need. Fill this thing. Basically work off of that supply, and then as a backup, you know, dried stuff and canned goods. I've got lots of storage underneath here too, to the right of the stove. There's 2 levels deep. It goes all the way down to the hull. And there's other storage spots, so there's lots of storage. So that's it. Share your thoughts. What do you think of putting a freezer in there? Should I do the whole thing? Should I just do one side or the other of that bulkhead? Ended up being a longer day than I expected. So next week's project, use those scraps underneath, template these cabin top sides here. That's what I'll get into if it's warm enough and ready to install. I'll actually make the pieces out of these pieces of CDX plywood. And I might next week see about ordering 2 pieces of 4x8 sheet goods for this. Kind of torn. I know I'm not going to be able to match this this teak. So, but I could brighten things up and use white oak. These are coming out too anyway. Or should I just paint everything and refinish the trim? Let me know what you think. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us to get more traction on YouTube. Have a nice day.